Today I'm going to buff and wax Kyron because she's going in the water first. That's the Pearson 26. See if you can spot her over my shoulder. But even before the boat work begins today, I had to say goodbye to my little furry friend, Baby Tati. Good Daddy's gonna miss you. Welcome to another episode of Solitude and Sailing. We are sailing in Rhode Island.
Looking good.
O'Day Osprey. Couscous is on the move.
Wing on wing.
Pearson 26. Alcourt Sunfish. Pacemaker Sportfish. These are the vessels of solitude and sailing. Problem is, I'm pretty far from a power source. So this is my closest power source. The one by Solitude. It's this one. And then there's another one by Kyron. So let's take a measurement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 5, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 paces. So that's about 140 feet. There's another power source right there. And that one was a couple of paces less, 65 paces, but then I'd have to run the wire across the street. So this is a little dilemma, but that is why we are prepared. So we've got this long extension, and we have the marine extension, another one, and then we have some adapters. So let's see what we can work with. Boom. I'm gonna plug this end into there, and then plug one of these into the other one, and then hook up this one, and then on the very end, well, hook up this one so that on the very end I can hook that up. All right, problem solved. One thing we're learning is you always got to be prepared, but additionally, don't get frustrated. There's a solution to every dilemma. As sailors and boaters, we are on the spot problem solvers. Every problem has a solution. Some people will say that the better business model is not to call our issues problems, but to call it a challenge. So when you change your mindset, I'm not going to call it a problem, I'm going to call it a challenge, because this thing is going to challenge me to change my thinking so that I can adjust my focus and come up with a better strategy, a better plan to overcome it. The thought of problem tends to have more of a negative connotation to it. So if you think problem, it's like, oh man, that's a problem. It's already negative. But if I think challenge, then you know what? I'm up to this challenge. I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna get some background information. I'm gonna figure out a way to overcome this challenge. So start looking at our problems more like challenges, and maybe that'll help to free up your thinking so that you can come up with a resolution. Now let's get going. It's the simple things in life. Wow. Big shout out to the firemen out there. I'm a registered nurse, and I worked many years in the intensive care, also in the emergency room. So in the emergency room, we encounter a lot of firefighters bringing in people to the ER. And so right now, I just want to give a shout out to Providence Fire. Thank you guys for all that you do, and all firemen out there. I felt like a fireman carrying this these big extension cords. So now we have enough reach to get the job done. So the challenge was accepted, and we're successful in what we're doing. Let's go. Some more power. We got plenty of lines here. All right. Time to get started on this job. So I got my buffer, has adjustable speeds. You can go slow, medium, or fast. But they say it's better to do a slow speed on here. So we're gonna clean off the boat. Give her a good little wash down. I do have that water source, and then we'll buffer and wax her. All right, right now this is what she looks like. She looks dull. Been sitting there all winter. Man, so the one thing I regret is when I painted this is the Total Boat flag blue, and when I painted it, it was nice and super shiny, right? Super shiny. And then the stuff that I used when I buffed it last year, it just removes the wax, and then you put new wax. But I feel like I lost some shine when I did that. So it could just be that I needed to do a better job waxing it, but we'll figure it out. I want this boat looking nice and shiny again. Let's do it. Now, about that piping strip. I put this piping strip in when I painted the boat. So I'm gonna pull this piece off here, and we're gonna make a nice little cut here. Let's get this off too. Start fresh with a new one. Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing? Don't worry, the man who did it is the one who can repair it. I'm gonna cut this right here, right? And we're gonna use this boat striping tape. That's what I used last time. Clean the surface, prep it, and then glue a new piece, and then seam it up right here, and it'll look nice again. Yeah, what do you think about my lettering? I got that done. There's a sign shop in Warwick where I went and got that done. My oldest son's name is Kyron, K-Y-R-O. So K-Y from my wife Katie, and R-O from my name Carlos. That's how he got his name. But Kyron also means like Lord, and Kyron is a name that was given to this boat by the previous owner. And when I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it has K-Y-R-O in it. That's my son's name. I gotta get this boat. So I picked her up at auction. She was looking kind of not so pretty then, but with all the work we've done to it, painting it, sanding it, done a lot of just cosmetic stuff, redid the inside, got new cushions done, new flooring with that Everfoam soft teak, faux teak stuff, and she looks pretty inside. I'm pretty sure you've seen the tour of the Pearson 26. This boat's from 1972. Had to pause and think because there's a few boats. I like that era. It's solid fiberglass. They made them really heavy, really thick woven glass. So she's a solid boat. I don't even think there's any like core. I think it's just all fiberglass. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know these boats, but wherever I've looked, when you look in the hull, it's just glass. When you're looking from the inside, it's just glass everywhere. I just see the woven glass. So she's pretty solid. Now let's fix that piping stripe. It's not a complicated job. It's pretty easy to put down. You just got to make sure the surface has been cleaned, and then you can apply the tape. If I can do it, you can do it. I used to think that that stripe was painted on before. The black is painted on. I painted that on when I was working on the boat. But this is just a sticker. It just glues itself on and does pretty good. And then you got to think of the water flow hits the bow first. So you want the bow to overlap. And if you can get it in one straight piece, it's even better. That's how I did before. One straight piece from the front all the way to the back, and then I overlapped the tip of it, so that way when the water hits it, it doesn't just rip it right off. So this boat stripe has been on there for 3 years when I painted the boat in 2021. For some comparison, that's what she looked like. I had sanded and prepped the gel coat and then applied Total Boat topside primer, and then followed it up with the Total Boat flag blue. Multiple stages. Still hanging in there. I mean, yeah, she's got her subtle imperfections, but what I do end up needing to do is sandblast that bottom so she can be nice and smooth. So see here, nice and smooth. See Marilana, I know my brother, when he owned this, he had this boat, I know he had it sandblasted, so smooth. There's a lot of paint caked on Kyron, so she could use some sandblasting. And the keel's still pretty solid. It's iron ore. We can use some sandblasting there, but that's not a project I'm gonna be doing this season. She's getting ready to go in the water. She will be ready. So I had pulled out these two products. I got my buffer ready, clean terry cloth. It says here, one-step formula that removes light to medium chalk oxidation while leaving a durable protective coating with the special UV inhibitors that guard against fading. Start with a clean, dry surface. Use Starbright, basically wash your boat, remove any dirt and grime. Shake the bottle well, apply evenly overlapping in a circular motion with a clean cloth to a small area. Rub well to remove chalk, oxidation, and stains while polish is wet. Then it will dry to a haze, and then you wipe off the haze with a clean, dry cloth. Okay. So this is a cleaner and a waxer. So I'm gonna go with this. I'm putting this one away for now. I've used both of them before. I still got a good amount left in here. Now we'll clean the boat. At the making of this video, it is not sponsored. I'm just sharing with you what I used and the techniques that I implemented. But feel free to do your own thing, and if you have suggestions of how I can improve, let me know. I'm not too prideful to avoid or get insulted by suggestions. I just ask that you be respectful in the comments, that's all. So here's what I'm using for water. This is one of those Scott's thing for the spraying your lawn or whatever, and you just fill it up with water. It's never been used with any chemicals, just water for washing. Oi, Daniel-san. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. I used the buffer to put the wax on, and you can already see the difference from the part that's been done so far, from underneath the name tag to the aft has been done. And I'm working forward in small sections. The hazy part where I'm forward of myself on my left hand side, that's the wax that hazes as it starts to dry, and that's when you want to wipe off when it gets hazy. Forward of that, you could see just the oxidized paint. This is a super easy way to get your boat to shine again. The before look all oxidized, and the finished product, nice and shiny. There you have it, folks. She's all waxed, cleaned, ready for the launch. Thank you for watching another episode of Solitude and Sailing. And of course, with Solitude and Sailing, I'd like to offer some peaceful meditation while enjoying lunch. Fair winds and following seas. We'll see you on the water. See, I can clean up nice. And this is my wife, Katie. Hi, Katie. Isn't she beautiful? Wow. And our mini Yorkie, baby Tati. Subscribe for more episodes.